Hey, Eric.
Hi, Chris.
I have an announcement to make. Do you want to hear the announcement?
No, I want you to tell me.
Oh, you want me to tell you the announcement? Well, after litigation, after the RealNet litigated and voted for Season 8 of Retrograde Amnesia, we have come to a consensus.
We are come.
A majority we have come to.
The conclave is ended.
270 votes were cast.
We have purple smoke.
And despite the, I don't know, what do you call Earthbound? A darling? A JRPG darling? Is that a good word for it? Popular darling?
Culturally approved sickos?
Culturally approved sickos.
Culturally approved sickos?
Were not able to defeat the Sega-pilled sickos. Phantasy Star 4, The End of the Millennium, will be the beginning of Season 8. So congratulations to Phantasy Star, our, I guess, second game on a Sega platform after the Panzer Dragoon Saga miniseries, patreon.com/retroam. So thank you to all the patrons for participating in the selection process. Congratulations to all the Sega boys and girls and NBs out there who voted for Phantasy Star 4. Congratulations to Shy Guy 32 for the perfect execution of his scenario. And Season 8 will be Phantasy Star 4, a game that I haven't played. Have you played it?
No.
Was this the first time that's happened? Where neither one of us have played a main season game? I think so.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, so it'll be a brand new experience for the both of us, and more to come on the coverage of that season as we get closer.
But first, the Lunar season has to end, and who knows if it ever will.
The Lunar season has to end is how I feel every day. Anyway, you want to hear some hot sounds I've recorded? Welcome to Retrograde Amnesia, a comprehensive podcast covering classic Japanese role-playing games chapter by chapter, beat by beat. That's JRPGs.
No longer a cuss word.
John, Ringo, Paul, and George. Welcome back to Season 7. This is episode 34?
That's right.
Season 7, covering Lunar, the Silver Star story. My name is Chris. I'm joined, as always, by Eric. Hello, Eric.
Hey, man.
Hey, nice to see you again. Dog's in the basement, and we're in the basement, and pods are being blasted. We're also joined by the RealNet, a collective of meandering millennials who are watching us record this podcast live on a secret video feed out there at patreon.com/retroam. Thank you once again for joining us, people.
We're also joined by a fake net, an Australian member of Silverchair who couldn't tell you what kind of games the two Growlancer games and Growlancer generations are or what Growlancer is.
Initializing fake net.
That is incorrect. They are tactical RPGs. You owe me 500 of Australian money coins for slandering me.
Hello, Fake Net. Thank you for joining us once again.
You're welcome, Christopher.
Gut check, Chris. What's Growlancer?
Working Designs.
Okay, that's all I got as well.
It sounds to me like it's a isometric shoot-'em-up where the main character is an anime lady who is carrying a giant, like a jousting lance.
You are thinking of Odomedius Excellent.
I don't know what that is, so...
Well, that's what you're thinking of.
And the giant lance can shoot like laser bullets.
Okay. I'm guessing tactics, isometric game. When you said isometric, I thought we were going to link up. We were going to have a unison thought, but no.
No unison thoughts will be had today. Anyway, Eric, we have acquired the first piece of the Christ armor.
Yeah, do you remember what that was? Shield, sword, shoulder pads? What did we get?
I think it was a shield.
I have no idea.
I know the hat is last.
Mm-hmm. We're getting out of the Dragon Cave. We're in the balloon. We're on the world map. That one song's playing, Let the Wind Blow, I believe. The balloon drifts across the world map once more, but it's getting smaller and smaller. It's going down. The text goes by really fast. I can't stop and take notes as the gang starts to panic. But Kyle at one point does say, I knew this was a job for a man, not a woman.
Oh, that's not good.
He doesn't like Jessica steering the balloon with her ship steering skills.
Yeah.
So he expresses chauvinism.
Yes, he does say in the remaster, I knew this was a job for a man, not a woman. So the chauvinism is maintained. Congratulations to all the Redditors out there.
As it goes down near Reza, it kicks out to a spinning picture cutscene. No actual animation, just a picture that spins.
Yes, that's how you save budget on the anime.
Here's what that sounded like in the original. Oh, here's what that sounds like on PSP. And because we just love wasting our time, Chris is going to put a capture of the new remaster sound effects and voices from that into the podcast right now. They all talk at the same time, but Nash talks about his hair getting messed up, Jessica begs Kyle to save her, Null cries for mommy despite not having a mother. Reza, music Thieves Bazaar plays, and here at Retrograde Amnesia, we apologized 3 episodes ago when that song played for 50 consecutive minutes.
Did that actually happen?
Yeah, we were in Reza the entire episode.
Oh, okay.
The gang has crashed out. The balloon is in a wreck in the central square of the Reza area. Bodies of our heroes are eyes closed and horizontal on the dirt.
Yeah.
Villagers rush up to inspect the scene. I wonder if they'll all just start stealing shit. That would be very funny. One of the villagers speaks. At last, I have a big target. We've been waiting. Ready and lift. Then the funniest thing in this game happens, Chris. What's that?
They steal the balloon.
The 4 of them lift the balloon wreckage and haul it off. No one stops to check and see if we're okay.
I'm glad that we agree on this being the best comedic bit in the game. And it wasn't a working designs bit. It was just in the game.
Yeah, it was just part of the game, a natural part of the game.
And they pay no attention to the bodies on the ground, the bodies that have hit the floor.
DB Cooper's dead.
Yes. And they're just like, we're gonna take this, and we're gonna, like, they are living up to the name of the Thieves of Reza.
Slowly, our gang begins to wake up. Nash, in particular, has a neat sitting stance with one leg vertical and one horizontal. Kyle says it doesn't hurt as much as he expected. Jessica frowns and asks Kyle to speak for himself, that her hurt is plenty. Null flies up and looks around. He asks everyone if they're okay. Nash takes inventory. We're fine, fortunately. I was able to soften the landing a little. Unfortunately, the balloon wasn't so lucky. It's trashed. Mia realizes we've crashed in Reza. Then Lake's dialogue box appears.
Ha! Ho! 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 You're alive!
Lake rolls up with the bartender. That's Lily's dad or grandpa and their Thieves Guild leader, a man of multiple roles.
Lake speaks, he says, as soon as I heard the crash and looked outside, I knew it was you kids. I'm just glad none of you got hurt. Ho! 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 Ho!
Null believes one of his wings has been hyperextended.
Yes. Can you hyperextend a wing, Fake Net?
Initializing fake net.
No, aircraft wings cannot be hyperextended. Wings can be bent and deformed under flight conditions, but they are designed to be strong and flexible enough to withstand these loads without breaking. As for Null's wings, maybe?
Yeah, I thought so. I mean, it's an organ attached with muscle and tissue.
Can you hyperextend any organ?
Push the button. I don't...
Initializing fake net.
No, organs cannot be hyperextended. Hyperflexion or hyperextension typically refers to a joint or muscle that can be stretched beyond its normal range of motion. Organs like the heart, kidneys, and liver are not joints and don't have muscles that can be hyperextended, you fucking morons.
All right.
I'm sorry for swearing, it's not my way, it's just, you test my patience. I have limits, you know.
We have control. I speak to the bartender. He asks if we're okay. He asks where Lily is. And I was like, oh shit, yeah, we were supposed to go there and get Lily. That's what we were supposed to be doing.
Yeah, that was the whole deal.
Isn't it funny? You go to rescue a human, you come back with this like nice shield, like putting it behind your back. Like, nope,
Yeah.
I didn't.
If you remember, though, Lake was like, don't worry about the kidnapping.
Yeah.
They're not going to kill her.
Mm-hmm.
They just want her sing-song abilities.
That's what I tell when everybody's kids are kidnapped. They're not going to kill them. They just want some money or some grapes. Mia answers. She says she's sorry and that Lily was not in the Red Dragon Cave. My dude replies, oh, Lily, and I think he might start crying. Lord knows I would, but Null jumps in to tell him not to worry. We're going to save both Lily and Luna. He concludes, at least we know that the Vile Tribe needs to keep Lily and the other girls alive. But it's so frustrating not being able to help her and knowing how scared she must be. And later we'll actually talk to all these girls, and most of them are like, yeah, I don't know, it's pretty chill up there. Luna kept us calm, whatever. Yeah. I talked to Lake, and he's got a lot to say.
He does. He says, Alex, you're back. Did you meet the Red Dragon? Because we know that's all that Lake cares about is
dragon
have we
meeting.
met the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Lake is always, he's conveniently there.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
he knows.
Who are the most conveniently there people in the history of anything? Of
when
media?
You're watching Sesame Street and you're feeling nice and those fucking talking alien socks come up and they start doing their weird chants and shit. It always hits me when I least expect it, which is the most convenient thing to happen to my childhood to prepare me for the horrors of everyday life.
Oh, okay. I was thinking about like in video games, it's the vendor from Resident Evil 4.
Thank you.
He's usually there.
He's the most conveniently there guy.
Yeah, that's pretty...
Anyway, Lake continues. I see. Damn the vile tribe. So, what happened to the balloon? Ho, ho, ho. I knew that crazy contraption was going to crash. Ho, ho, I'm not laughing at you, of course. I'm glad you weren't hurt. I just like a good pratfall as much as the next guy. What the fuck's a pratfall?
No, it's a trophy in Smash Brothers.
What? That doesn't help me. I don't know the trophies in Smash Brothers.
Just fucking fall over. A mistake. A collapse.
Seems like a weird word to pull out there. Well, Alex, while you were making an impact crater in the middle of Reza.
Impact crater's pretty funny there, Mr. Lake.
Yeah. I heard that the bridge you destroyed in Meryod was fixed. Conveniently. First a bridge, then a balloon. I'm sensing a trend. Ho, 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 ho. It's time for you to cross over to the Stadius zone, Alex, and to seek the Blue Dragon.
In my comedic mind, like, Alex is standing up full of dirt and shit, and Lake is, like, patting the dirt off of him, which is creating dirt clouds, and he's like, all right, man, you did well, you did great. Hey, your next mission is right over there.
Yeah.
When you haven't had time to rest from your first mission where you almost died several times.
That makes a lot of sense. It's pretty funny. That would have been a good bit.
NPCs.
Oh, you can talk to Lake once again. He's an NPC, right?
Right, of course.
Walk through Meryod and make your way to the Stadius zone. That's where you'll find the Shrine of the Blue Dragon. Good luck, Alex, because I can tell you're going to need it. Oh. I'm so glad that that's over with.
Laked out. NPCs. Note to self. Not everything. Semi-interesting or fun stuff only. Interesting stipulation I gave myself there. Guy by the entrance. This is Reza. Oh, you're the kids who fell out of the sky. Isn't one of you trying to become a Dragon Master? I heard the Dragon Masters can fly. If that's the direction you're working, you might want to work on your landings. He's got a point, Chris.
Good point, yeah.
Guy with the green hair outside of town. He wants to use the Meryod Bridge to cross over into Tamur. I heard there are merchants there who take fake medicines. That'll be a huge challenge for the guild.
Fake medicines? Is that like...
snake oil.
Snake oil, yeah.
Blonde lady in the blue dress, right side of town. You're the children who fell out of the sky. The people of Reza will be talking about that for years to come. Nash tells her he always desired fame, but this isn't how he intended to achieve it. Guy with green hair, blue shirt on the patio. He tells us they hauled our balloon off to the Thieves' Bazaar right after we crashed it. Mia wonders who's going to buy a broken airship. Doesn't matter if it's broken or not. The thieves will steal anything they can carry. Bottom left house, lady with the blue hair. She tells us her husband insists that the woman of the house cooks and cleans. I'm about to insist that my mop be stored in his butt.
Oh, that's a good one.
She said, yeah.
Love storing mops in butt.
Mm-hmm. What end do you think goes in first?
Depends on how much damage you want to do.
That's a good point.
But I would probably say that the non-mop end would go in first.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
House on the left, lady on the first floor. She asks if we're okay, and Nall points out that she's the only person to ask about our well-being. Old man upstairs. He says, in my day, we called anyone who fell out of the sky. Note, Eric, stop reading. Don't read the next word. R word. But you kids today probably call it an extreme sport. Jessica tells him we call it extremely painful.
Oh, good.
You want to scrotal that? Or
I mean, quivers can be scrotals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not... Scrotals are not just for, like, pop culture references. They're for anything that's
that which quivers the asshole.
Yes, okay.
Check this out.
53.
Bar. A lot of guys here can't find the Magic Emperor, which is very frustrating for them because they are professional thieves.
Mm-hmm.
There's also now the building that Chris doesn't know exists, the clubhouse bar on the other side of town.
Yeah, I ended up going in there later in the game.
A guy in here wants to help us get to the Stadius zone, but Jessica gives him angry dots. Then he says, if the Thieves Guild only wants to steal from the rich, what are we doing in the damn Stadius zone?
That's a really good point. The thieves are not... They need a new outpost. They need like a secondary franchise in like the Nanza barrier so they can access all the different zones.
Yeah, I mean, they've shopped out the two rich towns.
Yeah, it makes more sense to thief from people that are going through the major highway, right?
To burgle them?
Yeah.
The guy up top with green hair, he knows a guy who can help us find the Blue Dragon. He's the mayor of Lyton, the town just after the Meryod Bridge. Awful voice, but a pretty good rhymer. My note is, what the hell could that possibly mean, because I have not yet visited Lyton.
Yes.
Thieves' Bazaar. The fucking balloon's in here. There's a bald guy standing by it. He says, are you guys interested in buying my completely deflated What? This isn't stolen, and I wouldn't give it back to you if it was. Finders, keepers, kids. Kyle interjects. He says, what are you talking about? We're members of the guild and the rule... Now he interjects. The airship doesn't belong to you. It belongs to the inventor, am I right? Kyle grits his teeth, telling the man, well, yeah, but the bald guy finishes. So the rule doesn't apply. Ha! Go away, kids. You bother me. That's a reference to something, right? Go away, kid. You bother me.
I don't think so. Well, I mean, it could be.
I remember Bugs Bunny saying it a lot, but I think he was mocking Humphrey Bogart or whatever else was popular in the 50s culture.
Okay, I'll take it. It snuck by me.
Yeah, of course it did.
Initializing facet.
Actor W.C. Fields is attributed to originating the line in 2 movies, but search is completely fucked now and I can't find them. Here's a quick clip of Foghorn Leghorn saying it, which is probably what you remember it from anyway.
Say, go away, boy, you bother me.
If you want to buy the airship from me, you're going to have to fix it first. I wonder if we'll ever have to fix the airship, Chris.
I wonder. It's, maybe some hijinks are due later in the game.
I'm like, okay, that's it. What'd you do next after Reza?
I went to Iluk.
Oh, that's where I went as well.
Oh, good.
Music Street Corner plays.
Yes, we're definitely on the street corner.
You want to talk to some NPCs?
I do. I went around and I didn't find too many interesting ones, but I did go back and speak with Shira in Shira's house. You want to talk to him first?
Let's talk to the ladies out front first.
Okay, talk to the ladies out front.
Yeah. The one says, I saw the balloon fall out of the sky near Reza. I guess Shira still has some work to do. Nash wonders what Shira was thinking, giving us an incomplete invention. He says we were almost killed in that crash. She says the balloon did fly, didn't it? All he had to do was fix the landing procedure. Jessica says the problem is that there is no landing procedure.
Yeah, that does seem to be the most terrifying thing about being in a hot air balloon. It's the landing portion of it.
I will never go into a hot air balloon.
No, absolutely not. It seems like the pilot has the least amount of control over a hot air balloon than any other flying machine.
I feel like if I got in that basket and looked over the edge, I would... Ultimate panic attack.
Absolutely, yeah.
The boys' fear is genuine, but if the Patreon number gets high enough, the boys will absolutely record an episode in a hot air balloon.
I'm going to talk to that botanist. They say, oh, Shira's balloon was so close to being finished, such a shame. Jessica tells him and us, I wish the people in this town were a little more concerned with how we're doing. And he apologizes. He says, oh, I'm sorry. The people of Iluk always get excited when one of our inventions actually works. I go to the green roof house with the man who builds inventions, the Explodo guy.
Yeah, I went there too. His house is unfortunately still exploded.
Yeah, blew up.
I thought that maybe he would have fixed it by now, but he has not. He says, Shira's balloon crashed. I knew he wouldn't be able to contain all those fluffy bugs for long. That seems to be the science of this is...
Bug containment.
Contain fluffy bug, don't crash.
We're the bug guys.
We are the bug guys. This means I haven't lost the race yet. It's time for me to invent like I've never invented before. That seems like a fallacy of maybe not a fallacy, but it seems like a lost cause to just be solely focused on just inventing something.
If you're an inventor, in the 80s especially, inventor was a profession in lots of popular children's fiction. Doc Brown and such as.
Yeah, but he was trying to invent something specific. He wasn't just out there making things.
I don't know.
I think he had the Rube Goldberg machine.
Yeah,
and
Doc Brown was to me was inventing things without purpose, just ideas with no practical application.
And I'm saying that those people don't exist. Or they aren't practical human members of society.
I don't know. Wasn't the shit, didn't Velcro, microwaves?
I don't know about Velcro, but...
the highway system?
The way I understand inventing to work nowadays, without a project or a directive. If we're going to go invent a new type of refrigeration, that's not an inventor's not doing that. But what 3M did, I think, in the 80s or 90s is that they gave all of their employees a certain amount of time to work on whatever random shit they wanted to work on, and then they would own that idea and steal that idea from their employee.
Oh, Valve.
And then put it into production, the Post-it note, I think, is a prime example of that. Valve does that?
As far as the stories that always go around about Valve is you don't really have a job title or role. You just work on whatever you're passionate about, and sometimes that turns into a shipping product.
Really?
Yeah, they have desk wheels and just that is the way I have heard multiple different. So I don't know. What do I know? But that's how I've heard it described.
That's interesting.
That's why Dota 2 got so much attention, is they were all Dota 2 sickos.
Oh, okay. Well, interesting.
That's
Anyway,
why In the Valley of the Gods never came out.
Yeah.
He continues.
Yeah, he continues. He says, I won't lose to Shira, not if I figure out how to keep this barrel from flooding and drowning the occupants.
He's trying to build a bathysphere. Didn't we say that a few times?
I think he was trying to build a washing machine at one point.
Okay.
Or
those are similar devices.
Closed thing.
Let's go to Shira's house. We roll up. He says, the balloon crash? Oh, there must have been a structural problem I somehow overlooked, but I won't miss it again. Hold on while I find my blueprints. Jessica is surprised. She says, wow, he's not angry that he crashed the balloon at all. Shira continues, of course, I see the problem now. I didn't properly seal the fluffy bug inside the balloon. It deflated too slowly for you to notice until it was too late. If I strengthen the seal and move the location of the bug to the balloon, the problem should be solved.
Good for you, Shira.
So he has no actual, impediment. We're done with Sheer at the moment. We're just here to talk to him about it. He's not going to rebuild it immediately, considering most of our shit is over in the Thieves Guild.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to do it. I don't know if Sheer's arc continues, does it? Do you know? Do you remember?
We do. Yeah, we talked to Sheer again. He works with Spoiler later.
Okay.
The guy on the house on the right, the one who's obsessed with Mia, did you speak to him?
The hot chicks guy.
Of course. Hot girls, please, Chris.
Hot girls,
We
sorry.
don't call women chicks here.
Sorry. No, I didn't speak with him, I don't think. He's got more to say?
Whoa. Jessica de Alkirk, the daughter of Master Mel and the future leader of Meribia, half beast, half human, and all babe. Hot Girl News said you and Mia were friends, and they were right. Will you be my new friend? Jessica responds, did Hot Girl News mention my tendency to savagely beat perverted slime balls? He continues, suffering 0 damage. A picture of me and Jessica together would be worth more than my life, but I have a suspicion you wouldn't pose for one at all, much less one in lingerie.
This guy's kind of fucked. Yeah.
He's into it, and that's not the end of his arc, Chris. We talked to him several more times.
Okay.
Did you do anything else in Iluk?
I did not.
Where did you go next?
I went to the bug zone to level up for a little while.
Okay. Play the Bug Zone music.
Sure. But that's all. But, nothing really happened there. I just leveled up and auto-battled my way through some bugs for a while. What about you, Eric? Did you go to Berg?
Went to Meribia.
Meribia.
We're going to tell Ramus about this red dragon, but all he can talk about is how many girls are talking to him and how his shop is doing so well.
Oh.
He doesn't give a fuck about my dragon quest.
He only cares about the result, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's a results-driven guy.
So then I went to Master Mel's mansion and did my ritual, which is we go to the Plaster Mel and we all do, well, I guess that's actually Stoned Mel. We all do, I run people in circles around him 28 times to complete the ritual, and then I leave.
Does the ritual do anything?
No.
Are you trying to revive him?
I am trying to complete a ritual.
I think you need to
It is
murder.
unclear what the ritual...
I think you need to murder the spellcaster, Eric. I think you're wasting your time.
Kill myself. Got it. Where'd you go next?
I went to the forest.
I went to Vane.
Oh, you went to Vane.
Music City of Magic place. I talked to Lemia, at the Magic Guild.
Yeah.
She says, you have the shield of the Red Dragon. You passed the second trial. Congratulations, Alex. Mia talks. But there's bad news as well, Mother. Galleon enslaved the Red Dragon. Lemia replies, by the goddess, Galleon has already enslaved 2 of the dragons. This is horrific. You need to find the next dragon with haste, Alex. You and Galleon are competing in an awful race.
So, is Galleon's purpose in enslaving the dragons to prevent the coming of the next Dragon Master? Or is he going to use them as, magic spells or something?
They're batteries.
They're batteries.
They're batteries.
Okay, I think that reveals something to me, so I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. What's next?
Meryod.
Oh, the one with the bridge.
Music Street Corner plays. Look at all these new NPCs with something to say. How about this shit? Did you go there, Chris?
What, a Meryod?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. We have to go to Meryod. This is where we're going, right?
Oh, yeah. Is that where we're actually supposed to go?
Yeah, we're supposed to, because now the bridge is...
the bridge is fixed.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah. Okay,
yeah.
I thought I was just fucking freestyling here.
No,
All right.
you're not freestyling. We're going there. Let's go get Plum tickled and talk to these people.
All right, outside NPCs. Who you got first?
I got the guy in the front. He says, did you see it? Our bridge done got fixed. Meryod's got a new bridge to crow about now. I'm Plum Tickled Pink. I didn't know... I knew you could be
Plum Tickled.
I knew you could be Plum Tickled, but I did not know you could be Plum Tickled Pink.
Mm-hmm. If you tickle something long enough, the skin turns pink, presuming your skin is the correct color to turn pink.
Are plums tickly?
You can tickle anything with the proper amount of like light touch. If I get a plum, especially like a furry one, I think that's called like a pluot, maybe no. A nectarine. Let's call it a nectarine. It's got the fuzz on it. Or is that a peach?
A peach is fuzzy.
Okay, so I've got a peach and I'm just like I'm draping up against like your arm hair with it. Eventually that will start to tickle and you will scratch it.
Do plums have that property? Is what I'm trying to say here.
I'm not really a plum guy. Kind of a waste of just give me a fucking grape,
Yeah, I'm not a plum guy either. I don't know much about plums. I'm Plum Tickled Pink about our new and improved bridge. Try it out.
How's improved spelled?
IMPRUUVED.
That's correct.
Very, very creative spelling there for the accented improved.
Phonetically.
Yeah.
Strawberry blonde lady in the upper path. She says, my little honey bun better not be cheating on May when I was away.
Yeah, there's a guy standing next to her, right?
Yeah.
This is the guy that hit on Mia before, because Null says, geez, this moron was hitting on Mia before. But now he's trying to pick up another girl. The guy's saying, don't go saying nothing about my love life, kitty cat. You know nothing about it.
I like that these people just treat the talking cat like a fact of life.
Yeah, we've gotten to that point. Strangely enough, the people that were the most curious about the talking flying cat were the people in Berg who lived with the flying talking cat. But their curiosity never waned. Anyway, Jessica says, yeah, right, okay, whatever. Talk to him again. He says, come on now. Do I got to beg to shut you up about my little side orders?
Mm-hmm.
Is a side order
It's a side piece.
Side piece.
Side piece.
I don't know, was side piece even a term back then?
I think so.
Really? Okay. I never had a side piece.
Your gun and also your woman. You're the woman that you're cheating on with your main woman. Chris's head is empty. I'll continue. Little old lady purple left side of town. She also says she's plum tickled pink about the bridge being rebuilt after y'all busted it.
Yeah.
Now I can finally get back to Lyton and listen to our beautiful music.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful music, Eric.
The Hickman, middle left. First you crash our bridge here, then you done crash a flying machine. What kind of bad luck is floating over your heads?
Yeah.
Say, sir, I'm a dragon master. All I deal in is bad luck. Green hair guy, bottom left.
Yeah, he says, I can't believe my luck with girls, Gurls, by the way. They just don't like me. What am I doing wrong? This guy is what we consider a black-pilled man.
Yes, Jessica gets into eugenics with her reply.
I love you. No, never mind.
Nope.
Sometimes I just say I love whatever as a bit in the podcast, but I can't say that.
Now, Caliper Chris is back again.
No. I shuddered. Jessica says, judging by our last conversation, pretty much everything. Must have been a change there, Eric, because no eugenics in mine. Hold on. Let me sit back. Let me recline my chair. Hold on. Now, you tell me Jessica's eugenics comment, because they apparently removed it from the remaster.
Caliper Chris won't even say eugenics comments. Well, in mine, she says, well, why not try setting your sights outside your immediate gene pool?
There you go.
Little blonde hair kid at the bottom. The reflection face kid, the kid who is seeing his face and not understanding what was happening, says, that old fart over there ain't caught any fish for weeks. I feel plumb bad when I see a looser like that. Kyle replies, I bet you know better than you think, and I don't know what that means.
Good call.
Old man next to that kid, bottom of the map. Get away from here, you greenhorns. You're scaring away the fish. Even I can't work with people scaring away all the fish. Mia becomes classist. You are certainly as rude as I would expect a tradesman to be.
Wow, Mia, that's probably the harshest thing that Mia has said so far.
You fucking tradesman.
If you talk to him again, you know what he says, Eric? He says, here, fishy, 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 come to the nice fishing master.
Chris, we've established that you have never been fishing, correct?
We have established that, yes.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah.
Guy outside the bar, he says, I suggest you come rat in over here and have a drink or two. There ain't no bar in Lyton to quench your thirst. They don't drink there, Chris. You want to go in some houses? Below the item shop, bottom left residential house with the fool mirror. The blue hair emo man says, I'm regretting the day I gave my wife the money to buy that dang fool mirror. The idiot thing's gone straight to her head. All she does all day is look at herself. Wall. All I got to say about that is, what about me? I still got to look at the same freaky mug. The fool wife.
Freaky mug.
She says, I'm so hot to trot right now. I can't choose what to conquer next. Hey, I got it. I think I'll start fixing to be as good a singer as Althena. Yeah. Jessica asks her to reconsider, but she continues, if in a debut a singer, I think people will love me even more.
Is debut there? Is that supposed to be a debut?
Okay. It took me a while as well, but that is what that is.
I want to appreciate how they
debut.
They finagled. Is that a word?
Finagled.
Finagled.
The word debut into debut. I think that's a really good job.
Yes, nice. Golf clap for Victor.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Chris, you choose the next house. I'm tired of choosing.
I don't want to choose. Middle house.
Okay.
Blue-haired kid inside. He says, hey, have you been to Reza? Did you bring any news about my girl, Lily?
Oh, shit.
Jessica says, to tell you the truth, Lily has been kidnapped by the vile tribe. It's harsh. Kid says, oh no, this is a Plum awful news. Plum as a modifier is
just imagine it means fucking.
I don't think that they were using Plum before the bridge was rebuilt. So something must have happened.
Someone has introduced plums to Meryod?
New verbiage has entered the town. This is Plum awful news. My sweet Lily was captured by the bad guys. Where are they? I'll beat the living daylights out of them. Kyle says, that's the spirit, boy. You want to protect the girl that you love, because women must be protected.
That's right.
I editorialized that, also a joke. But this time, you'd best let us handle it. Don't worry, we'll get her back. He says, please, you got to help get Lily back. If I can't save her, I don't even want to say it. What does that mean? Can't save her, I don't want to say it.
She'll be dead.
She'll be dead.
You know, it hurts too much to say that she'll be dead from him not saving.
Null interjects and says,
lack of salvation.
Null interjects and says, oh no, you're right. We'd have to listen to more bad singers instead of Lily. Purple hair grandma says, What do you know? You could have pushed me over with a feather when I heard Lily was snatched.
Snatchered.
Snatchered.
Nope, I got snatched. Wonder if they changed it.
Oh, no, I just editorialized that.
Oh, okay.
Snatchered.
Then I done heard that all the good singers in Berg and Meribia were taken too.
She spelled Meribia wrong.
They could not find a way to spell Berg wrong. That one's too hard to spell wrong.
It's a crying shame, I tell you, a crying shame. Alex actually speaks to this when he says Luna with regretful dots.
Luna.
About that old man in green, the carpenter.
See? I told you I'd fix the bridge, and now I have. Remember, I'm the best carpenter in this backwoods town. I bet you're happy as a crawdad in an holy net that I fixed the dang bridge.
Because the crawdad would escape the holy net.
Oh, got it. Okay, I understand now. I was thinking of
Chris has not been fishing before.
Of a blessed net. A net of blessing.
He says, what you doing bothering me again? I done fixed the bridge a few. What more you want? He keeps saying more shit, but I am leaving.
Yeah, let's leave.
Let's go to the bar.
Let's go to the bar.
Let's go to the bar.
How about the Brett-like in there?
The Brett-like. Spoke with him first. He says, that Gallon. Fella,
Gallon.
Love Gallon. Fella's the talk of the town these days.
Yeah, say this next word, Chris.
People are pretty good.
Yeah, it's all right.
People are all concerned about what he might do next, but I don't really care. When I see that there girl singing somehow, I feel kind of peaceful. Weird, huh?
Does music make people feel things, Chris?
Music does make people feel things, even if it's bad.
Mm-hmm. You can have a reaction. It can't just be good things.
I think that their singer Dun Stanks. I love Dun Stanks. I might have to use that.
Dun Stanks?
Dun Stanks.
Dun Stanks.
But she's a plucky little grub. Plucky little grub. Okay, I dig it.
That's a pun. Grubs also dig it.
The grub is used as bait a lot of times.
Okay, thank you. I need all the fishing lure I can get. I was wishing I had about half her energy.
Well, I talked to that busted singer. She says, I'm plumb tickled they fixed the bridge. Now the people, Lyton, can come and listen to me sing. Null insults this poor woman. She says, you mean their ears don't bleed when you croon like a lovesick cat?
Croon. Okay, when I saw that my screen says lovesick cat, I thought that you were going to say a cat in heat.
Nope.
I thought that was going to be an editorialized thing.
The working designs can show restraint.
Working designs is me.
Kyle saves the day and also makes it worse. He says, don't listen to him, honey lips. Your voice is like heaven. Chris, do you have that screen from the remaster handy? Because Kyle spells your incorrectly when he says it. He says U-R-E. Your voice is like heaven. Does it still say that in the remaster?
He did not fix the grammar.
They didn't see, that's fucking weird, dude, that they fixed some things but not everything.
Yeah, they looked for all the weird stuff and they modified things slightly. Like, I guess you could call it the spicier dialogue.
Right, yeah.
But it did not have necessarily a grammatical pass.
If it didn't potentially affect the ESRB, then they're not going to fix it.
It's easier now than like ever to fucking do that.
I mean, I don't know. Like what do you do? Control F your and see if it contextually applies to every scenario?
No, just put it in Microsoft Word. I don't know. Like,
I mean, Microsoft Word wouldn't catch this.
Yeah,
would
it would. It would.
It didn't catch it in my Google Doc.
It's your Google Doc,
it's
not Microsoft Word.
That's a good point.
Dig noise.
Null makes it worse. More like hell, because your voice is like heaven and hell, guilty gear, fight, etc. Talk to the bartender. The
people Lyton to the north like music, but they don't care for our singer.
It's Jessica's turn to be awful.
She says, no kidding, I don't think a worse singer exists in the land.
Jesus Christ, man.
Come on.
What at the item shop? There's a blue dress blonde lady, the one that I think is here like to study these fuckers.
Yeah.
If the technology for an airship actually exists, can we fly to Vane and bypass the Cave of Trial? Nash tells her, newsflash, the pile of junk couldn't fly anywhere reliably. Let's cross the bridge and see what's on the other side of Lyton.
New people to discuss things with. The first lady, blue-haired, green beret lady, says, some feller done told me that the Blue Dragon Shrine is in some lake north of here. Great. I went there to check it out, but all I found was some weird folk singing funny. Kyle says, Alex, we should head north of here and check that out.
She continues, I done searched and searched, but I couldn't find no dragon shrine in the lake north of here.
Not there. Now we have access to the weapon shop.
Yeah.
In which we talk to Grandma on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, and she says, even though they were both inventors, Might and Tabin are really different. Is this our first Tabin reference?
I think it's our first Tabin drop. He's the one with the question mark in the manual.
Question mark, man? Well, why did they give him a question mark?
To make him mysterious.
But is he mysterious?
Not really.
Okay, I didn't think so. Tabin makes his inventions for evil, but Might works for good. Is that true?
It's a binary. I mean, we'll decide for ourselves, Chris.
Are they two sides of the same coin?
One winged angels.
One helping?
Million shards of broken mirror.
They say that Zenobia is ruled by the Magic Emperor. Tabin is helping the Magic Emperor too, I hear.
Chris, who are you ruled by?
I am ruled by... Oh, I mean, that's obvious, right? I'm ruled by children.
The fake... Oh, children. Yes.
They ruled me.
Well, I'm ruled by Burger King.
Burger King, home of the Whopper.
Really? When was the last time you went to Burger King? To get Pokemon toys when the Pokemon movie came out?
I probably have not been in a Burger King in over a decade. But he still rules me.
Sure. You rule. I mean, that's what it says.
Yeah, that's what it says right in the marketing copy. Who might argue with that?
Left person says, good heavens, I'm so happy that they finally fixed the bridge. If it stayed broke, I wouldn't be able to take my weapons to Lyton to sell.
I don't know if that's true, considering that they're on the side of the bridge that has Lyton on it. Lyton.
Maybe that it broke the supply chain.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good point.
Don't tell them I told you so, but them people in Lyton are a mite strange.
Everybody has a weird quirk. They think everyone else's weird quirk is strange. You buy any weapons?
I did. There's a great sword here. It's called a really good weapon is the description, and I think that's kind of funny.
When Chris said great sword, he was being literal. It's called a great sword.
Yes. Water mace is described as moist magic.
Hell yeah. What's that mean to you?
Moist is one of those words to describe cake, and that's all it means to me.
Yeah. I don't get upset at the word moist as most people, but it is relatively unpleasant.
Yes. Oh, well, there's a bow here, and there's also a sage's cane. It's called Wise Walking Stick. And the bow is Holy Bow, Death from Above. Pretty good item descriptions all around. I like pointing those out.
I'm not selling back my elemental weapons they had equipped, even though they probably won't matter. Like, what if I have to fight more elemental monsters? Will the strength of successive weapons beat those elemental properties?
I have determined that the only mechanical options that this game gives you in terms of fighting bad guys and using the battle system, other than just buying the best shit and putting it on your guys, the only mechanical decision that you have to make in this game is, do you want to give Nash a bow or a cane?
That's it. You are right.
That's the entire game.
Otherwise, it's just buy the newest thing. It's the best.
Yes.
Do you want to give Nash a bow or a cane? Coming after, do you want to give Ramus a bow or a cane?
Yes.
Or a sword?
Yes.
World map. Music, fun traveling place.
Are you sure about that?
Music toward the horizon place.
Yes, there you go.
We can go to the Forbidden Forest, and you can see the Lady Spring on the other side, but the monsters here are too strong for us at the moment, and I am level 26.
This is the way to the ladies' bathroom. Bathroom?
You keep saying bathrooms. It's spring. Bathhouse at best, yeah. You don't go to the bathroom in the spring, Chris. That is forbidden.
In order to be a pervert, you must be stronger.
That's right.
Is what we're learning here.
It
because
is very...
I fought those Fry Kid looking ass things here, and they killed me instantly.
Oh, man, sick Fry Kid reference.
Yes.
Wow. Was that part of the Mayor McCheese squad of McDonald's era, McDonaldland people, or was that later?
I'm not sure. We haven't talked about Mayor McCheese since Terranigma.
FakeNet, what era of McDonald's advertising copy was there with Fry Kids in?
Initializing FakeNet.
The Fry Kids were born into the McDonaldland commercials in 1972 and persisted in McDonald's marketing campaigns until 2008. This time period includes the Mayor McCheese era. Burger King, home of the Whopper.
For more lore on Mayor McCheese, go to patreon.com/retroam and listen to our Terranigma miniseries. We made it about 4 years ago, and it's pretty good.
It's five years ago.
5 years ago. It's 2025, isn't it?
Featuring Officer Big Mac. On Sega CD, outside of Lyton, is another transfer spring that transfers you between Lyton and Meryod.
Really?
They have multiple transfer springs in the original game.
Oh, in Sega CD. You said Sega CD.
That's correct.
Okay.
Lyton, you want to go there?
Yeah, why the fuck not?
Dude, the music is fucked. What is this? It is a fucked version of Song of the Blue Dragon. On the OST, it's near the bottom, track 58, and it's just called Blue Dragons.
It's kindergarten music.
A little, yeah. You mean like music made by little children with instruments they don't know how to work?
Yes,
yeah.
Yes. Like the melody is there, but the tune is not.
It's your first day with Audacity, and you're trying to chop and screwed remix a Skrillex song.
Have you ever tried to do that before? This sounds like a personal anecdote. We
used a program called Fruity Loops 25 years ago.
Yeah, I remember. I never used it myself, but I remember.
And I just made garbage because that's all I was capable of making.
Yes. Only capable of garbage.
New garbage album out in 3 weeks. There is a no fucked up music on Sega CD. Saith is used as the town theme. So this is another thing they added for...
So their harmonious 4-day song cycle is just absent.
Yes, it is in perfect harmony. There is no cycle.
Got it.
Timecube.com. Mia...
Don't go there. Mia wonders, what is that awful noise?
Jessica answers, it sounds like kind of a song, but whoever's playing it has serious case of tone deafness. Nash presents a solution. Do you think stuffing blades of grass into my ears would stop the bleeding? In Harmony, it actually gets worse. Nash says shards of glass instead of blades of grass.
1,000,000 shards of grass.
Light. Kyle is, of course, into it. What are you people talking about? This song is great. In fact, I'm going to sing along. And then he rips a burp.
Excuse me, a belch.
Is a belch not a burp?
A belch is a burp, but it says belt on the screen.
Nall complains, telling Kyle that now his ears and nose hurt. Jessica tells Kyle that's quite enough of that, then questions whether or not Kyle can experience shame. Lyton is all kinds of fucked up. Dirt and grass floor, wood-walled homes with dried grass roofing, which is new. There's a rocking chair next to one house, which I appreciate, and the occasional wood pile for wood burning, and one hexagonal table near the town center, which is a goddess statue. I wonder if it works in this busted-ass place.
This place is busted as hell, but I do like how we've got these like hay roofs that have some properties of tents.
Thatched roof.
Yes.
Some dried fish are on a table at the north end. The item store sign is carved into the roof of the grass of the item store. I can't think straight. This music is driving me nuts. I'm going to put this shit on mute.
Good job.
Chris, when do you organically use a rocking chair?
A Cracker Barrel.
That is the only solution that I could come up with as well. A Cracker Barrel, or if you fly into the North Charlotte Airport, North Carolina, in one of the concourses, there is like a row of like 50 rocking chairs.
Okay, I think I'm familiar with that.
Yeah. If you've flown Delta, you've probably done that.
Yeah, yeah. Also, like baby.
Oh, baby stuff.
Baby stuff.
Did you have a rocking chair for the kid to rock in? Did that rock?
I did, but it was more like not a recliner, but it was more like I don't know what you would call it, a sitting chair. It wasn't like a wooden rocking
You've
chair.
got two good sitting chairs up in your upstairs that I sat in 6 days ago. Was it kind of like that?
No, it was more like the recliner.
Oh, okay. Lazy boy.
But it had the rocking and swivel properties.
Mm-hmm. No toilet.
So rocking is good because it simulates the walking of mom's womb. Mom walking, baby in womb.
Is that why I still enjoy rocking chairs? I'm just thinking of the mother?
Yeah, that's why sometimes I wear a hat to bed.
This chair Well, we're going to end the show early because I don't know what to say after that. That may be the funniest thing Chris has ever said. Like, as far as like rapid response of like non sequitur comment that also ties into greater, so like, Lyton is fairly rustic in harmony, lots of greenery with houses built into nearby trees. If you head north out of Lyton, crickets will chirp and you'll arrive in a field with ornate but broken bridge out to a large body of water.
Yeah.
Let's talk to some NPCs.
The way the dialogue is written is to imply that all of the NPCs are singing to us.
Right. And on Sega CD, every single NPC text box ends with a musical note.
I think that would have been a good choice in the PlayStation version, but maybe they didn't have that option, that character or whatever.
That, or they just wanted to emphasize it by having them spell words wrong to emphasize that they're singing.
We're not going to sing because we can't sing. But,
well, we can sing, but that crosses some lines of embarrassment that I'm not willing to do for the podcast.
But the first guy that you speak with says, "Welcome to the town of Lyton." So that's how they kind of draw out words to make it look like they've been sanged.
My first note is, oh no, another town with more fucked up shit for me to type.
Yeah, that is a good point. There's a lot of fucked up shit in this town. And again, another town with a single shtick.
I like it. It gives town a unique identity. We got Thief Town, we got Inventor Town, we got Idiot Town, and we got Singing Town.
That works for me. The guy says, "Oh, it's no use. I've been trying to sing since I moved here, but I have the voice of a hoarse chipmunk."
Is that a Alvin and the Chipmunks kind of thing?
Probably. Yeah. Pretty close, but you can sneak that one by. Everyone here has been patient, but I can tell that they want to cover their ears whenever I open my mouth.
Null replies with a song.
I am Null, and I love fish. Luna was right, he says. Singing is a lot harder than it seems.
Honestly, I'm kind of ready for Null to have a new gimmick, the fish thing. Now that we're like 6 months into playing this game, I don't give a shit anymore. I know he likes fish.
The fish thing fucking died in Saith because there were like 9 fish jokes there.
And Lan, where he was surrounded by fish.
Yeah, that's where, yeah. Anyway, the guy goes on to tell us that the people of Lyton have lost their ability to sing, and it's taking a huge toll on everyone here.
He says, I'm the only one in this village who can't carry a tune. Pink staff, blue robe, yellow feather, old hat man. By the item store, unique NPC, never seen this kind of guy before. He says the Wind Valley flows into our shrine and is reborn as the Song of Lyton, but the monsters in the shrine have wounded our sweet song. We cannot fight them, we cannot sing. We want more than anything to restore the Song of Lyton. We are unable to fight the monsters.
Okay, song is being corrupted by monsters. That sounds like the perfect problem for me to solve with my sword.
Yes, it is like our entire town here Louisville functions around Louisville basketball and the Kentucky Derby, pretty much.
Yeah.
And if you break those, the town will lose its identity, and we will do anything to get that stuff back. In fact, one was broken somewhat recently, and now we're fighting for our identity back, Chris.
Are you talking about the basketball or the
basketball team?
Fireworks?
The fireworks was a a major, but it didn't break the Derby completely. I was talking about our basketball team, which was fucked for a couple of years.
I do get really annoyed by people who are in the sports sphere who, like, talk about how everyone in the city is so juiced up for this game. When, like,
It's a lot of people, but it's
It's
not
like 20%, like
yeah.
less than 20% of the people are actually juiced up for this game on a Tuesday night. But like, because that's your entire world, and I live in this world, so I understand the feeling. But like, you got to look outside a little bit. Like when I used to go to work and I'd be like, "Are you guys juiced up for this game?" And everybody's like, "What game?" So it's like not fun, but it's a pet peeve of mine. The city and its relationship to sports.
Sure.
A lot of people like sports in the city. And that is part of the identity, but not fucking everybody gives a shit.
Not everybody, but it is the dominant cultural aspect of it. Like it is, you have a higher percentage chance of talking to somebody and identifying with them about that than anything else in the city, provided it's not like a day when the semi drives off the fucking 65 bridge or whatever.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Like it is the most consistent identifying marker as opposed to random events of violence or
that and
craziness.
Police brutality.
Right, yeah. Yes, we are also famous for police brutality and a escalating series of Keystone Cop-esque capers. Purple hair, pink shirt, gold shawl lady, top left. There's like 3 of these ladies in this town.
Yeah. She says Lyton is a town alive with song and magic. Is song and magic?
Song can be magic.
Song is magic, I think, in the world of Lunar. We rarely even speak to one another without singing. But without the song of Lyton to guide our harmony, we can barely find the will to carry on. She then goes on to say that our shrine has been invaded by monsters.
A horde of monsters.
Yes, they are the calls of the discord of the wind. Patreon.com/RetroAM get access to the Discord. But we in Lyton know nothing of the art of fighting.
Fatal Fury.
Fatal Fury. Art of Fighting was also an SNK game, right?
I think so.
Yeah. We only know of the art of music.
Chris, what non-child item in your possession would devastate you if it were taken away?
My Ninja Turtles.
What non-child item in your possession would devastate you if it were taken away?
That's a good point. Let me think about it. Non-child.
You instantly said Ninja Turtles.
Well, no, I thought that when you asked me that question, my children are items.
Well, no, what my original intention was, what item have you carried forward from your childhood that you've retained for like my copy of Legend of Zelda I got when I was 6. That was my intention, but I think Ninja Turtles also count under what possession of yours that isn't a toy or item from your past would devastate you if you were taken away?
Well, I would probably say the Rodecaster Pro.
Yep, that's probably it.
Because that's that gives us the ability to press buttons and record podcasts.
Press a button.
They sell these at Best Buy.
Cool. I should have exchanged my massager for an extra
So
one.
if this thing ever fucking dies and we need to record a podcast, I can immediately go to Best Buy and get one.
Well, good answer, Chris. There's some kind of shrine off to the east side. There's 2 little kids by it. One has blue hair and a gold hat. And he says, no one wants to play outside with me because of this stupid song. I told me dad to fix it, but he's too weak. He'd wet himself if he saw a monster.
I thought this kid was wearing a Burger King crown, speaking of Burger King.
Yeah, Burger King crowns, I guess those were invented back then. Yeah, why not?
Burger King, home of the Whopper.
Green hair, blue shirt. I think this guy is rapping. Chris, would you like to do it?
Is this the guy next to the shrine?
Uh-huh.
Yo, this be the sacred shrine of Lyton. Filled with ugly monsters, oh so frightening. That wasn't very good, but I'll take it.
Chris doesn't have bars.
I wish we'd be driving them far away, but we can't fight them, so instead we pray.
You think Victor wrote this?
Absolutely.
All right.
Working Designs is him.
Continue, please.
Like the legend done say, your eyes is green, and I hope when you fight, you get real mean. Okay. Monsters be moving into our wind shrine. I'd kill them myself, but I ain't got no time.
I do like the idea of multiple types of singing in this town, but I think this is the only example of it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
On Segi CD, a lot of people here mention Zenobia coming in and abducting their best singer. They also mentioned the nearby river being cursed and a boy named Dine coming along and temporarily uncursing it.
Oh, okay. This sounds like we're walking in the footsteps of our boy Dine.
Mm-hmm. They also talk about Dine and Galleon going to fight the insane Black Dragon, and that incident killed Dine.
Oh.
Want to go in some buildings?
The incident of the Black Dragon?
In the Segi CD continuity, Dine was killed with some kind of post-Althena Black Dragon insanity incident.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't like during the Black Dragon trial.
No, this was like Galleon and Dine were dragon cops.
A cool revelation would have been that Dragon Master Dine never actually became the Dragon Master. He was a fucking fraud.
Yeah, like he didn't have the equipment properly, which is why he couldn't vanquish evil for all time.
Yeah. Did you speak with a fish on the table?
No, I don't talk to those things.
Okay, well, guess who has something to say about them?
Slimy. Null.
Null says, all these fish must be from the Blue Dragon Lake. Nice. That means he can feast on these beauties whenever he wants. I'm so jealous.
So that's the only lake within, let's say 50 miles. Should someone have been like, yeah, dude, where the fuck else do you think these came from?
Well, there's been a lot of rivers and streams, right?
I guess.
Houses?
There's a lot of houses.
Bottom left house?
Bottom left, right by the entrance, a simple home. 2 beds, 2 tree plants, a shower, something with a sheet across it, and a table with 2 bottles of beer.
Mm-hmm. There's a small child in here that says, I don't want to hear this noise anymore. It's no fun. All I want is to sing all my favorite songs.
That child is also Blair Witching the top left wall.
Blair Witching is like just staring
at the wall.
Staring at the wall.
Staring at the wall.
In timeout.
Yes, look at the last frame from the movie Blair Witch Project.
Okay, I will do that maybe one day. But all I can do is cry and wait for the noise to go away. So she's crying in the corner. I think I'm going to hurl. Please stop the noise before I blow chunks.
The 90s was a great time for hurl and blow chunks.
Those are 2 great 90s terms, yes. Thank you for using both of those in the same sentence there.
Slightly browner house right at the entrance.
Purple hair Princess Leia Bun says, welcome to Lyton. That melody you hear is being composed by the wind spirit itself. Wind spirit proper noun. That we do actually have some spirit lore. I think there was somebody in Meribia that was talking about the fire spirit or the water
spirit. The lady
spirit.
in the bottom left talks about the wind spirit.
God damn it, I hate that you know that.
Mm-hmm. I've been there 1,000 times.
Yes.
In 1,000 lifetimes.
She goes on to say, but I wish you had come at a time when it truly was a melody instead of an excruciating cacophony.
Cacophony.
Added an extra N in there, I think. Monsters have made a home within the wind shrine and disrupted the music it produces. Okay, there's our quest. That is why our village is being bombarded by that horrific noise. Thank you.
There's also a roast chicken dinner on the table in here, and they're double rugging it. They got 2 rugs.
You talk to the cat?
Meow?
Meow, meow. But Null says, looks like this poor little guy hates the music too. Poor kitty.
Far right house with a busted window. Or is that a fish in the window? What is that? Stacks of barrels to the right of the house? Tree foliage growing on the roof? Later I learned this is the armor shop.
Oh.
There's a lady behind the counter. She says, oh, no, I don't have any weapons. The elder forbids their sale within the village limits. I do, however, have plenty of armor available at a reasonable price. I get some holy armor for Alex. It's stronger than prayers.
Good.
Get a holy shield for Alex. It's holy, not holy.
Yeah, I love when my holes are not holy.
Holy helmet for Alex. Heavenly head holder. And a rainbow armlet for Jessica. A circle of color. I want more things, but I am out of money.
Oh. You should cheat.
What's the next house, Chris?
I'm also low in money at this point in time.
Because you can't cheat.
Yeah, that's true. I got middle right, guy with a turban on.
Poop bucket, 2 beds, rotten food on the table, Resident Evil 7 house ass shit.
Okay. The melody of the wind, even the wind itself, are precious gifts from the goddess Althena. Does the fact that the song is in Discord mean that something has happened to Althena? I think the answer is yes.
There's many songs in our Discord at Patreon.
Also, there's rocks in the way. In the village of Lyton, our lives and our songs are joined together. If we lose one, we lose them both.
Symbiotic relationship, Chris. We must sing to live. We must live to sing.
Yeah.
House with boxes next to it, right above the goddess statue. It's a regular house. There's a purple-haired, pink-robed lady. She says, this lady creeps me out. She said, I dreamt of a green-eyed boy coming to Lyton. He seeks the blue dragon. He seeks to be a dragon master. And all thinks Alex sounds like the boy of her dreams. She continues, in my dreams, the green-eyed boy met the blue dragon, but then everything suddenly went dark. It was as if someone didn't want me to see what happened next. The prophecy ends, Chris, without resolution. How about the house near the hexagon table on the top left of the city? There's a red-haired elf lady in there.
She says, boring, boring, boring. I want to sing. I want to send my voice into the heavens as an offering to the goddess Althena. I never feel truly alive unless I can sing, but without the music of the wind, I can only sulk inside this hut.
Hut sulking.
Hut sulking.
Hut sulking.
Aren't you bored? I'm so bored I can barely stand it, and I need to get out of here. I need to sing.
Did you go in the shrine?
I'm so sick of these fucking people.
Well, there's a lot more of them.
I know.
Small, blue, silver floors, musical note symbols on bricked ground, closed door at the opposite end. There are 3 guys in the shrine. One in the orange hat on the right, he says, the monsters inside this shrine are the ugliest creatures this side of my ex-wife. No way we can fight them. Listen, I want to help the people of this village, but I don't want to die doing it. I came to Lyton to hear some singing, get away from civilization for a while, that's all. I didn't come here to be a tasty treat for a hungry mutant. The green hairman, he's in the center. He says, the 3 of us here keep monsters inside the wind shrine. But we really first, another typo, but we really first 3 people monsters eat when they come out.
Oh. I'm not sure if they fixed that or not because I didn't speak to these people till after I spoke with the elder, which I think changes their dialogue.
Correct. He continues, never used to be monsters inside the shrine. Why monsters now? Wind shrine is sacred place. Always make beautiful song. Why monsters go inside there and hurt it? The last man here, he's the Brett-like. He says, I was just stopping for supplies on the way to Meryod when the people here told me about their shrine. So I volunteered to guard the door and fight anything that might try to come out of it. These people have always been warm and kind to me, so it wasn't a hard decision to make. I told the elder of my limited skill and strength as a fighter, but he was still grateful for my help. I just hope I'm able to justify his faith in me when the time comes. Let's go in the elder's house. The house with symbols on it, which I guess is the elder's house. It's the elder's house. Let's go in the elder's house, Krish. Ready for the elder's house?
Yeah, elder's wife says, I'm the elder's wife. Actually, she says, the magnificent man over there is the elder of Lyton, my husband.
Hell yeah.
And he needs your help.
In exchange, he can give you the information you desire. I can see the questions already on your lips. The green-haired kid, the blue coat, says, my father is the elder of the village. Please listen to what he has to say. Finally, the elder, another pink-beard, blue coat walking stick guy.
Yes, indeed. He notices the eyes, the green-eyed boy. I've waited many cycles of the Blue Star for your arrival in Lyton. So our green eyes really are destiny eyes?
Oh yeah, in this town especially. This is where the green-eyed myth originated.
I mean, we've had the green-eyed myth in the past, but I wonder if there are other people with the green eyes.
My boy is uniquely mutated.
Uniquely mutated in order to become a Dragon Master, in order to have the proper destiny, makes sense. Sounds kind of a little bit like you're getting into some eugenics, though.
Crowlipper Chris, at it again.
Yes. But you have come here at the worst possible time, and none of us can sing, and none of us can express our joy. Null says he's talking to you like he knows you, Alex.
Mm-hmm.
Alex, so that is your name, he says. We never learned it in our dreams. Do you hear that awful music, Alex? Of course you do. It's coming from an ancient temple our ancestors built in the heart of a windswept valley near the village. Monsters have appeared in the temple and affected the music, and we don't have the resources to fight them. This village has lived in peace since it was built, hundreds of years ago. We know nothing of combat.
Jessica doesn't see the problem. She says, a cave filled with monsters. You've already cleaned out a few of those, haven't you, Alex?
Yeah, this is like the perfect Dragon Master Man quest.
That's also kind of like a self-aware moment of like, it's another fucking, we've done like 30 of these. Come on.
There's no other way to interface with the world here except for kill the monsters in the cave.
It's just like Gears of War.
This game is just like Gears of War.
It is, yeah.
Just follow the path, hide behind stuff occasionally.
We gotta link up.
And link up. Anyway, Mia agrees. He says that Alex could clear this one out too. Nash says, we don't have to waste time slaying mangy monsters for a hapless bunch of lounge singers. Oh, Nash, yes, it's part of the quest. Not when we still don't know where to find the blue dragon, he says. And the elder continues and he says, just in the dream, you seek to become the Dragon Master. You don't need to go anywhere to find the blue dragon. Alex, we are its protectors. He can be summoned only during our festival, but without our song, can't get festive about anything.
Kyle loves it. He says it makes our choice a whole lot easier. So what do we do next, old man?
He tells us where the shrine is on the east side of the village.
He says,
been
there.
Yeah, go inside that shit and explore it till you find the place where our song is created, restore it, and return here. Go fix our CD player.
There is nothing I want more than to help you fulfill your destiny of fixing our Sony Walkman, Green-Eyed Boy. But we can't call the Blue Dragon forth until our song is restored to your iPod 2.
Yes, thank you. Now we are on the quest of the Blue... Well, we're not quite on the quest of the Blue Dragon, but we are on the quest to get to the quest of the Blue Dragon.
Right.
Inside the Shrine of Lyton. But first, we have to go on a different quest, Eric. It's a quest to...
Initializing RealNet.
The RealNet. Hello, RealNet. Thank you for joining us today.
This morning, not today, Chris. We're still in the morning.
Today is this morning.
This morning is today.
Right?
Tonight.
Thanks, Billy. Go to patreon.com/retroam and understand why we have a Marty Show emote in our Discord now. Listen to the Vagrant Story series. Shy Guy 32 says, I used to be a pocket watch person before the thing broke.
I have a pocket watch.
I don't know if I could become a pocket watch person because I like the convenience of wrist watches.
Yeah, but like pocket watch is like a statement. You have it in your pocket, and if someone sees you like it's clipped to your pocket and you take it out on the chain and look at it, then like close it and put it back in there.
I would assume it's magic.
Yeah. Do you know what my pocket watch says? It was one of those like tchotchkes they give you for being a groomsman.
Yeah?
Mine says to defend against vampires.
Oh, I remember that. That's cool as hell.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is it silver?
Pretend you heard Eric say yes.
Okay, good. It better be.
Let's eat some Lucas Squinkles salsa-getti, Chris.
Yeah, you eat that salsa-getti while I pull up some comments here. Cal L says we should get a smoke system for season elections.
There's a packet of juice you're supposed to squirt on it?
Squirt the juice, Eric. Squirt the juice.
What the fuck is this? It's brown.
Jesse says, I will perpetually confuse a Growl Lancer and Land Greaser.
Yeah, Land Greaser's another one.
Is that... I'm thinking of Landstalker.
Landstalker's a Genesis game.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, man.
We can hear those chewy noises in the mic, Eric.
The salsa-getti's hitting pretty strong.
Oh.
It's watermelon flavored, I think.
Well, Nervous says, yes, the Land Greaser team jumped to Cattle Call /Atlas to make Growl Lancer once things became unpleasant at Messiah, including Noriyuki Iwadare of Lunar and Satoshi Urushiba.
Iwadare did the music, right?
Yeah, I think so. Jesse says Lake is the Big Joe of Lunar.
That's true.
That is true. He is very Big Joe-esque. Although I do feel like he's a slightly more useful than Big Joe. Although Big Joe comes up in a
he
big
sold
in a
like
pinch.
Lux sources and shit like
Yeah,
that.
especially at the end of the game. All right, you got to like chew away from the microphone. You're going to fucking...
We're going to mukbang, Chris.
Nervous says Lyton is both Lunar and Police Quest. Victor Ireland's multiverse proven true. Kal-El says, when I was a child in the 80s, I told people I was going to be an inventor when I grew up. Also, when I interviewed with 3M, I asked about that, and they basically said, yeah, they say that, but we never actually have time to do it.
You keep doing it.
Okay, there you go.
That sounds like most jobs.
Yeah.
Like, I have a lot of things I like to do that would probably be better for the job, but I'm stuck in a fucking meeting.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I was listening to the latest Nextlander cast where they lamented about the fall of Giant Bomb in their own time there, and a lot of it was Vinny talking about, like, get me out of these fucking meetings. I just want to do the work.
Yeah. If you haven't listened to the new Gersman podcast, he goes into
much same thing.
It's a great detail about the business side of things and how he got fired and stuff. Rolled Earth says, Ramus gives no fucks about Dragon Quest. He's an FF fan for life.
Yeah, that's true.
Nervous says, you haven't met his girlfriend, Lily. She lives in Lanada.
Yeah, she lives somewhere else. You don't know her.
Yeah.
She doesn't go to this school.
I think I was supposed to enunciate Lanada like Canada because that was the joke, but I can't do it.
Good job, Chris. Nailed it again.
I can't shoot.
Hellmel says, Brett-like is a funny turn of phrase this season. Yeah, do you think Brett-like will carry on through future seasons?
One of like the 3 things we reference from this season is Brett-like.
I mean, you see a guy in a green cape and a bandana on his head, he might be a Brett-like.
It's a Brett-like. Quail man looking ass.
You might be a Brett-like if. Roller says, thanks to Final Fantasy XII and Dragon Quest 8 and 9, I no longer sell all my stuff. I usually keep at least 1 to 3 of all items, weapon, armor, and accessories.
Yeah, if there's no inventory limit, I'll usually hang on to absolutely everything.
It makes it a lot easier to do that in the remaster because everything just dumps into an all sack and you don't have to like think about it.
Infinite sack.
Love Infinite Sack. Victor Man says Chris finally peaked. I think that was during the hat womb comment.
Oh, yeah. That may be the greatest thing you've said.
It's all downhill from here.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a hard time enunciating today, and I think that's why I put all of my energy into that.
It was such a sick reference.
Mm-hmm. Baroque says, this reminds me of Metaphor Refantatio. Gallica the Fairy says music was the first magic this world has ever known.
I played Metaphor this morning.
I don't know if I'll ever get back to Metaphor.
I don't think you will. It's okay.
I mean, I've got Wizardry on my Steam Deck now. So
what could be better than that?
Why would I play anything else?
Why go back? Yeah.
I was playing Wizardry yesterday, and I got to the 3rd floor, and I walked, and there was a thing that said, turn back. And I was like, I'm not turning back.
No.
So I kept going, and I fell in a pit, and like 3 of my characters died.
That's fucking awesome.
It was great. Yeah. I felt good about it. If I beat Wizardry, will you throw me a party?
No.
Okay. Will you bring me a snack?
Yeah. Would you like some Takis with chili powder to dip fuego lollipop?
Yeah. Okay.
A fun dip, but with chili powder. How do you...
Based on the perspective of the camera on you right now, Eraser says that Waluigi is playing the devil on your shoulder.
I respect Waluigi. Yeah. I don't have like the hatred that some people have for his existence.
Because the mic is kind of obscuring the top of your shoulder, so it looks like Waluigi is just sitting on your shoulder.
That's fine. Is there a Waluigi behind me?
Yes.
Oh, I see. Okay, cool. I thought you meant like metaphorically.
No.
Okay.
Shy Guy 32 says, does this mean that Flick is a Brett-like?
Flick could be a Brett-like.
Flick's a Brett-like.
Flick's absolutely a
Brett-like.
Brett-like.
Or is Brett a Flick-like?
Yeah.
Huh.
Flick Brett.
Flick life
Flick-like
is way too hard for me to say. I apologize for not having breakfast today.
Flick-like.
Anyway, thank you, RealNet, for joining us today. We'll see you on the next episode of Retrograde Amnesia. This episode is a production of Retrograde Amnesia, recorded on May 9th, 2025. Thank you, Mark
Shepard,
for the intro music.
Chris, you're welcome.
Okay, I got another one.
You can find us on Bluesky and or YouTube at Retrograde Amnesia. You can email us podcast at retrogradeamnesia.com. And if you like us, you can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/retroam and get ad-free early access, bonus episodes, miniseries, live streams, and other stuff like us playing Wizardry on a stream on a random Sunday night in April.
I spiraled on that one.
Eric did spiral on that one. I was really feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
And Eric
You continue to feel it, and I'd never want to see that game again for the rest of my life.
I really enjoyed it. It got me to look into like what's going on with Wizardry now.
Mm-hmm.
And there is one running now that's like a mobile game.
Oh, good.
And all the characters are anime.
Okay, do you have to open up packs to unlock different characters that have different haircuts?
Probably.
Yeah.
Do you want me to play it and report back?
No, fuck off. Although I do think it's good we have different interests that can diversify our tastes and make us different people rather than being two the exact same host, which makes the worst goddamn shows of all time. Continue. Sorry, Chris.
Good point. Until next time, Eric.
Yep.
Have a big dream. Well, everybody, today we're only recording one episode, and it was a long one, so I'm getting through the game. But now we're going offline, and we're going to record a Infinite Perfect episode, which you will see in the near future. So,
But you won't see it. You'll be able to listen to it.
you might see it. You will listen to it in the near future. You might see it in the long-term future if I decide to make it into a video. I really hate Adobe, so I canceled my Adobe subscription.
So you're going to teach yourself an all-new video editing program? That sounds efficient.
Yeah, I got DaVinci something.
Resolve Pro?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm using the free version right now, and I'm learning how to use it. It's pretty similar to Adobe.
Similar tools?
It feels pretty similar, but I like it. We'll see.
I have, this recording's going to be, the Infinite Perfect, I'll be able to lube my vocal cords with some more of this Lucas Squinkles spaghetti with a nondescript duck in sunglasses and a shirt telling me that it's delicious.
Yeah. Well, you squinkle that sketty, and I'll be here.
Tamarind flavored sauce? What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know. See you next time. Wizard Narcs.
I really like the term Wizard Narc. It can be some kind of future show. It can be a stream. It can be. I just want to use Wizard Narc.
Did we say that?
We were talking about playing Narc 2 episodes that I edited ago.
Oh, the drug stream.
Yeah. Like some kind of, oh, right, that's it. The drug stream. The drug stream can be called Wizard Narcs. I don't know. I just love the name Wizard Narc.
I'm for it. Is that me or you?
Oh, that's me, buddy.
Okay.
You can't feel a vibration. When your gut does that, you don't feel the vibrations?
I do, but I just sometimes, my mom called me yesterday and she goes, I heard your hamburgers were good.
Yes.
And I was like, hang on, let me start the stream before I start fucking blabbing. And I was like, what? But then I figured it out.
I saw your mom at the gym Sunday and also yesterday. And yesterday I had her with y'all here every day? What's going on? It's a guy with like 5 kids, and there's a lady with hair down to her knees. And he goes and takes the kids on a trail walk, and she will walk back and forth on the shaded part of the path behind the bathrooms.
Oh, I've seen
back and forth 1,000,000 times for an hour.
I've seen that.
One of the most fucked up things I think I've seen, and I've seen it as you have several times.
That is very fucked up.
It reminds me of when like tigers are in captivity or whatever, and they just pace the cage over and over, but she's not in a cage.
And
that's how they celebrate their new pope.
And they were playing instruments.
Recorder?
I couldn't tell. I got.
You don't know what instruments your fucking kids are playing?
They're playing the ding dong thing.
The ding dong, the xylophone, Chris?
Maybe, I don't know. I couldn't see because there was a crowd of people, and I just saw them moving their hands. I don't know.
My guy couldn't see the music.
I took video so that Brooke could see it, so I'll watch it later and figure it out. I'll check the tape. Okay. After the real Nate, after.
That's great. Optimism, enthusiasm, excitement.
In fact, somebody
Let's fucking do it, Chris.
Somebody on the YouTube comments the other day was like, guys, I'm ready for the next game.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Too bad. We're on the ride.
We're on the ride.
It's not over yet.
Although we are moving towards the end.
When I reviewed that Sega collection in 2018, the one that you bought, I played and wrote a paragraph about every single game. And I was like, I wonder what I said about Phantasy Star 2, 3, and 4. And I forgot that I outsourced those to Digital Chumps' Nathan, because those are his favorite games.
Oh.
So he wrote blurbs for every single one of them. So I really haven't even fucked with those on like a tinkering level.
Oh, well, no junk has been tinkered with.
The gang is headed in the basket, and the portrait... I never said that.
They steal the boat. I'm sorry.
I don't know. The fucking...
I got the lake speaking. As soon as I heard the crash.
Maybe the lake speaks.
Well, Alex, while you were making an impact in the middle of Reza... No. Well, Alex, while you were making up... Well, Alex... While...
Lake's having some trouble this morning, kids.
Well, Alex, while you were having... No. Well, Alex...
Dad's processes are fucked.
Yeah. And we're back. Okay, let's go.
Let's go to Sierra's house.
I thought they were called Actually, I don't know what I thought they were called. Never mind.
Cal replies, I bet you know better than you think, and you don't know what that means.
Sure. We want to go in the bar first?
Yeah, let's go in the bar.
All right. There is a Blue-haired person. No, this isn't the bar. Never mind.
Chris is not in the bar. Chris, where do you think you're at?
I'm at the middle house, Eric. Yeah, he says, the people elite lighting the... Yes, new people to discuss.
Plenty of them.
Items with... No.
That's pretty good.
Actually, somebody made a comment on Spotify about that. I'm going to read it later, so...
Okay.
That's why it's in my
You
head.
didn't have to workshop that at all.
No. Thank you, person. Thank you, Michael. Do we have to sing the... I think that the... Hey, did they defeat the tennis center?
Not yet.
Did you hear that the mayor's backing off of it?
Greenberg? I mean, it was his fucking buddy that was...
I know. Speaking of sports radio, the sports radio host that hosts the morning show tweeted last night, I saw a screenshot of it, that and this guy's reliable, he said that his sources say that the mayor's pulling out of the shit.
Good.
So...
They figured out that one of the major investor in that company was also Bellarmine's men's tennis coach.
Yes.
Which is like, fuck, man. Like, come on. We don't need another fucking $10 million pickleball center on goddamn.
Local controversies that will affect Eric's ability to run in a circle every Saturday.
It's 2 circles.
2 circles. Figure 8, kind of, right?
A little bit.
Anyway.
I'm trying to figure out.
Purple Princess Leia hair? No, I don't have bars. Let's see here.
I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about any of this. There's worse shit on the local news.
The longest it's taken anyone to name all 4 Beatles.
No, I was trying to name them in the right order.
Oh, in the right order. All right.
Yeah. When exactly does he say that? Is that while the balloon is still in the air?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure he didn't say it beforehand. I'm trying to see if it was different in the remaster. Let's see. Don't panic. Everything's under control. Okay. Now we can panic. Walk through the Meryod. No.
Nall tells her he always desired fame, but this isn't how he intended to achieve it. Nash says that. I said Nall. Let's try that again.
And then, you know, there's at least one house here that I missed the first time around.
Terrific.
But I think we may have covered it. But let's go get Plum Tick. Talk to him again. He says, come on now. Do I got to beg to shut up? No. Middle house next to the armor shop.
I've got bottom left residential house Fool Mirror, the blue hair person.
Okay, you do that one and I'll figure out where you're at. Where are they? Don't worry, I'll get there. Where are they? I'll beat. Let me get in there. But she's plucky little. But she's a far left guy. We gotta do him.
Yeah, it's all for the bar.
Also, the water mace here is called moist The water mace here is described as moist magic.
I'm going to have to get you to say mace instead of maced.
The water mace... I said maced?
Twice.
Water maced here. The water maced... No, I'm trying to figure out how that happened.
Me too.
Because there's no D in the next thing.
No. What are you doing? Fix your tongue. Fix your mouth.
I think I forgot to eat breakfast.
Do some verbal exercises. We can't have this.
Water mace. There's also a bow and arrow here. It is called... Why do I keep fucking skipping over the bow? What's the bow called, Eric?
I didn't write down the bow. I didn't know there was one.
Burger King. Fugatita Burger King, home of the Whopper.
Yeah, it's like...
Mia...
Don't go there.
Don't go. You can't go there. Mia...
Mia wonders, what is that awful noise? Eric had a Chris moment. It's no big deal for me, of course. I'm not the only one in this village who can carry a tune.
He says, I'm the only one in this village who can't carry a tune.
Is that what I said?
You said he's not the only one in this village who can't carry a tune.
I don't fucking know, dude. I really do think I forgot to eat breakfast. Anyway.
You don't remember eating food today?
No, I don't think I did.
Hey, do you want... I was going to eat this during the real net, but would you like some Lucas Squinkles salsa-getti? Or...
I don't.
Some Takis Fuego?
No, I don't.
Chamoy? Lollipop with chili pepper powder?
I don't.
Tasty.
No. Did I write these questions down? I think I forgot to do these.
Do you think, like... Big blue head, big blue bled, wooden...
Top left?
Sure.
I don't have a top. Is it the elder's house?
Red-haired elf lady.
Red-haired elf child? Boring?
That's it.
All right. Nash says, but we don't have time to waste. No, we don't have...
Playtime's over!